Dear summer school participants, my name is Michael Jensen, and first of all I would like to give you a warm welcome to Aalborg. I hope that you will have a pleasant stay here. I represent a Danish company called NJNF, and it stands for Northern Yacht and Networking Forum. And I'm here today to present to you two project proposals, both related to broadband networks. First of all, a small presentation about NJNF and about the broadband problem at all. In NJNF, we are helping fiber to the home providers on a consultancy basis. One of the challenges the fiber providers are facing is the current lack of demand of high capacity connections. Many people don't see the high speeds value and are pretty satisfied in what they got today. Now, if you're wondering what a high speeds connection looks like, I have here a good example. This is an orange pipe, and maybe you have seen them laying next to the roads around in Europe because they are being dug down everywhere and they are used to blow in fiber connections which can transmit data by the speed of light. These can even be filled with multiple pipes and multiple fibers. Now, the lack of demand can actually contribute to an evil circle where the lack of fiber to the home deployment makes it unattractive to develop services that require high bandwidth. For example, municipalities are unlikely to develop distance learning, e-healthcare solutions that require high upstream. That means sending data away from the home. And also, on the other hand, this lack of services also implies that few people are willing to subscribe for high capacity connections, which are often more expensive compared to conventional DSL connections. Several companies are at the moment working on making some real-life showcases where selected villages, towns and cities are offered very high bandwidth in the range of gigabit connections at a low price, to demonstrate the services that can be offered and the value this creates for both subscribers and society. However, two important questions arise. First of all, which services should be developed for such high capacity connections? What would be regarded as killer applications for normal networks or conventional networks today? In particular, services that require high upload capacity are good for demonstrating the capabilities of fiber connections. And secondly, what partners should be involved in such cases, such as the hospital, the municipality, public or private partners? Can this be organized in some way? For example, useful services within domains such as healthcare, e-learning probably require both public authorities, private companies and local organizations to work together. But how can this be set up more specifically, reflecting the different kinds of services that are implemented in the gigabit projects? Now, that was two issues to concerns regarding project proposal number one. In other words, what would the services of high-speed bandwidth look like in the future, and how would they be organized on a private-public level? The second proposal is an issue regarding farmers and agriculture all over Europe. Now, you may be thinking at a farm or an agriculture like this. But I can tell you, you should also think about a farm like this. The modern farms today are a high technological company. They have a lot of technical equipments, and many of these equipments are actually network dependent. So it actually turns out that the increasing automation of systems that handle, for example, animal food, nutrition, fertilizing and crops requires the access to databases, support and video surveillance systems. All of this require a good infrastructure and really good broadband connections. However, the farms are often placed in rural areas and you can't just move them to the city and populated areas where the broadband connections are good. This means that they often suffer from bad connectivity of wireless as well as wireline technologies. Fiber to the home solutions, which are the best in terms of technology and deliver both bandwidth and real-time data transfer, can be extremely expensive to deploy due to high digging costs, which we already showed by these beauties. So the questions are, we have two questions. What approach could fiber to the home providers take towards the agricultural sector? It is possible to create economical and financial sustainable approach into this market. And how should it be done? And the second issue, what role should other bodies play in order to increase broadband availability in these areas? These include, for example, the public authorities, municipalities, regions and states, and organizations such as local and national farmers. So, I have presented to you two project proposals, and I wish you a really nice day here, and I hope you will come up with really nice and innovative ideas. Michael speaking. I'm just in the middle of a presentation of a summer school. Okay. Yes, it's my wife. Okay. Det var for at lave, fordi du lige